about energy consumption, we believe that energy consumption measures have to be convenient, fun, and sexy. With ambition and realism, we are going to present you our solution, and we are going to convince you, actually, especially you, to invest in this technology. Our solution is very simple. We provide low-cost smart plugs and a bunch of high-quality web-based services to manage your home remotely. So far, the home automation market hasn't really emerged yet. Why? Because solutions are too complex, too expensive, because usually this solution don't do the job we ask for it. Because from a solution to another, it's often hard to communicate. And we believe that our solution will become a real success for 3 reasons. First, our solution is simple. For instance, you can order your smart plugs on the website. You receive them, you put them on the wall, and done. You can use them from your mobile. That's it. Second of all, our products are sexy. They are pretty. They are beautiful. You will love them. You will dying for showing off in front of your friends. You will dying for offering them to your parents for Christmas, for instance. And the last but not the least, our solution is based on the disruptive network technology, which is low cost, low throughput, and ease of use. Of course, because this is a brand new technology, there are some downsides, such as the technology is not completely mature, or the network only exists in France so far. But our technology assessment showed us that our solution is the best almost everywhere, except on one point, which is the number of features we can provide on the smartphone. Hopefully, in order to prove you that our solution is worthwhile, valuable, and you should invest in it, we have already run no less than 7 different customer discovery experiences, and now I'm going to leave the stage to Aurel, who is going to present some of them. Thank you.
Okay, so as Vincent mentioned, we've been through a few customer discovery experiences. The first one we've seen is we created a web page that links people to our Facebook page as well, that kind of shows them what would be the ideas and what would be the things that we would use this application for. And we managed to get, this one was with 14 likes, and it was like shortly, we got a screenshot shortly after we launched it, but we managed to get quite a lot of people interested in that. The other, magic! The other thing, it's like our solution. The other thing we did is that Vincent used a group of people, a captive audience, to test this idea on them and ask them and pick their brain about what are the things they would like to include in that. We're quite surprised to find out that other people found our product sexy as well, and they think it might be useful for sex toys, but also for managing their secondary house, which is like houses that you hold for vacations and stuff like that. So if something like your fridge goes off on, if your fridge goes off on your vacation house, you want to be able to plug it out for remotely, for example. The third customer discovery was the unrecommended one, but we went through it anyway. Is to see if people would like to use the product and how much will they be willing to pay for it. So we were actually surprised to find out that a lot of people will actually want to use the product also when they're in the house and not only remotely. So it's not only if I left the house and I forgot the lights on, I would want to turn them off. It's also if I'm lying in bed right now in the bedroom and I forgot to turn something off in the first floor, then I would like to use this up for, which is something that will be less expensive to execute than it is to execute the remote solution. And the other thing is that people are not willing to pay a lot of money for this. And the last customer discovery is we have one of our group members, Aiden, actually has the the ability to control the music in his house from his mobile phone. And he did an experiment with a group of people at his house as well. And people reacted really well to the opportunity to kind of control everything that was going on from the phone, change the music, change the theme and things like that. So customers were pretty keen about that, and I'll let you pick it up from here.
Okay, so basically what all this shows us in terms of demand, that there are, let's say, 4 elements that people are looking for. First, the convenience, which is quite obvious. Second, the fun, and Oren mentioned the sex toys. And finally, the security and the money saving. And now this is a preliminary mock-up of how the software is going to look like on iPhone, I believe. And basically, we had in mind 3 use cases. So the first one is installation. So we mentioned the fridge. Heating is also an important issue. For instance, I always leave my heating in my place, so it might be very economical for me. And we also have the coffee machine. I mean, maybe I can plan it and program it, and I have every morning my espresso ready. And the lighting, which is quite similar to the heating. Okay, so in terms of business model and economics. So what we have in mind right now is a model which might be similar to Dropbox. We plan to offer freemium services. So let's say the basic proposal would be you can plug into the system once a day. And if you want to do more than that, you have to pay, or additional features that we have in mind. And like in every kind of business, we have to really acquire a large audience and many customers in order to get the paying client. And we already also identified the type of partners that we need in order to go on. There is a list. I'm not going to go all over the list, but this is the main elements. And finally, what shows the massive interest in this business, look how many competitors are there. And this is a relatively very, very early stage market. So there is a lot of activity, people trying to find the right solution. That's a bad, but also good news. And finally, our team, combined from technical background, business background, finance background, and etc. Thank you.